welcome to the Tone Deaf Dakota Show. I am your host, Tone Deaf Dakota. A lot to say. Okay, so we're just going to jump into it. So Roger Linn put out an announcement about how he felt on the LM drum by Behringer. Behringer being a company that is known for reproducing devices. Now, how do I feel about it? My honest opinion is that I feel like Mr. Linn has the right to feel the way he wants to feel, but I'm starting to feel he doesn't understand his audience. Behringer's putting out a product because you haven't. That's really the issue here. And I don't want to come off sounding horrible, but this is really the real issue here. Your audience has been waiting 30 years for you to put out a drum machine. Your last drum machine, not a Kai, right? We're not talking about a Kai. We're talking about your last drum machine that had the Roger Linn name on it, right? I'm still not talking about a Kai. The LM drums, I don't remember what year the actual 9000, the Linn 9000 came out, but that was the last one. The Linn 9000 was the last one that you officially made. You partnered up with Akai, and you help Akai build the MPC 60, the 60 Mach 2, and the 3000. And they played you on all three machines. And they decided that 10 years later that they were going to cut you out, and they did. Those were very horrible decisions on Akai. But Akai as a company has moved on. The people who love your products have moved on. And I think, to be honest with you, it's understandable for you to be bitter. I would be bitter. But I really need you to do better. Not saying that you're wrong for your decision not to partner with Behringer, not to accept their money, not to even give them input on it. I get all of that. You decided that you didn't want to have anything to do with it, and you felt that them as a company was not representing you as an individual. That's kind of understandable, right? Especially knowing what has happened with Akai. But what you're missing that they instantly understood and got is that we've been waiting 30 years for this. Some of us have been waiting. We didn't even know we was waiting, some of us. You know, some of us been wanting a 12-bit machine that can do what this machine can do for years. Now, granted, there have been lo-fi machines that have come out. First, there was the Lo-Fi 12 by Sonicware. That's a real good machine. I personally own an Ensoniq EPS, which is a 13-bit sampler. About a minute on there, a minute of sample time, 1 full minute. But the thing is that, to be honest with you, we've been waiting for a Linn drum for the longest. You attempted to do the Tempest with Dave Smith. Good machine, great machine. Didn't sell a lot of units, but it was a good machine. People didn't get it because it was more synthesizer than drum machine, you know what I mean? I think it's still a dope machine, but I do not own one. So I can't tell you whether or not it is actually a dope machine. I just, from a outsider looking in type of point of view, it looks like a dope machine. Look, it sounds like it's gonna be hard. Like it'll do something that I never had anything else to do before. You know what I mean? It sounds like that. But that didn't pan out in the way you wanted it. You've been showing us mock-ups for a new drum machine for years. And I personally can think of 10 years of waiting for you to put out a machine. Personally. That's a long time to wait. And we've been waiting patiently. And since that time, and I think 2017, that's when the MPC Live and the X came out. We've been waiting, just waiting. The Live is almost 10 years old. The Live is literally 2 years away from being 10 years old, and I'm still using my Live right now. I don't have any issues with my Live. And the sad part about it is I know Akai played you. I still need what I need, though. I need what I need. Please understand, Mr. Linn, I still need what I need from you. And if you don't give it to me, I'm going to go somewhere else and get it. That's why I bought a Roland SP404 Mach 2. That's why I'm thinking about buying a Roland SP808. Right? It's some of this stuff is crazy. Now, I was looking at the Roland P6. I'm not sure if there's enough sample time on there for me, but I get the idea of the machine. It's definitely a great machine. I want a true 12-bit sampler and quit trying to give it. Please don't do what everybody else is doing. If you give me a 12-bit sampler, Mr. Linn, with, I don't know, let's do what the MP does. Give me 2 gigs of RAM. That's easy to do. I would prefer 16 because I'm a jerk and I'm going to want as much as I want, you know what I mean? But yeah. 2 gigs on a sampler that's 12-bit. And if you can give me also USB directly into the computer, like I just USB the machine directly into the computer, and I can record, let's say it's 16 tracks. I can record all 16 tracks going directly into the computer at one time with a press of a button. Yes, I'll be happy. Also, if you give me the ability to that, as soon as I plug in the USB, that it becomes an audio interface, and I can actually I can take sounds from in my computer the minute I play them. Yes, I'm about that life. I'm about that life, Mr. Linn. I'm about that life. I just want you to know what's going on, bro. Like I'm talking to you, and I'm hoping that you understand me. I'm hoping that you see what I see. What I see is a market. The reason why Behringer was able to just drop something in this market, and to be honest with you, nobody's actually going to end up actually caring. And I understand why you're like, yo, that sucks. I get that too. But what I really want you to understand is we've been waiting for you for 30 years. You started this sampling groovebox thing. You started this. And we've been waiting for your masterpiece. We've been waiting for you to decide that it's worth doing again. We've been waiting. Why don't you understand that? And I'm pretty sure you understand. I just think that you got to a point where you were like, you're tired. And as a guy that is 48 years old, and I hate to date myself, but yeah, I'm 48. As a guy that's 48 years old, I can kind of understand that. But Mr. Linn, I am begging you, put out your own machine. It doesn't matter what the Akai does. It doesn't matter what anybody else does. We've been waiting for you, sir. We've been waiting for you. There's nobody else that can do these machines the way you do them. We've been waiting for you, sir. And as soon as you decide to drop one, I don't think people would care if it was $2,000. As soon as you decide to put one out, it's going to change the game. Because we understand that you're about that innovation. That's what you were saying in that post. That you're looking to do something new, something different. Yes, we want something new, something different. But we want something not only new and different, but similar, that we can still understand it. Because see, you're so smart that you're going to be out in space with it. And I get it. I'm out in space with you. You know, I've been sitting back learning how to use Raspberry Pi and all this other stuff so I can develop my own stuff. But here's the thing. I've been thinking about what the audience wants and what the audience is willing to pay for. Yeah, we're willing to pay Behringer $4.99 for that machine. Excuse me, $3.99. $399, basically $400. And let's just be honest, it's gonna be $399 for like 6 months, and then all of a sudden it's gonna be like $320, then like $360, then $320, and then next thing you know it's $3. And then the price is going to drop. The price is definitely going to drop because Behringer, they're not going to hold on to it. They have no reason to hold on to it. Their number one thing that they understand about their audience, and I'm not talking about your audience, but their audience, is that their audience want the best piece of machinery for the lowest cost that they can get. And that's what makes Behringer a good company. All that other stuff that you were talking about, as far as like Behringer not being a company of, how should I say this? Like you don't like the ethics that Behringer put out. I listen. That's understandable. At the same time, when I was reading it, I was like, man, it sounded like they tried. Like they send you the machine in August, right? They talk to you about it, ask you to please get down. Can you help us with this? Right? And even said, hey, we will pay you. That's now, do I know the full details? No, I don't. I don't know your reasoning for saying no. And I get that you're trying to attempt to work with good quality companies. But this is going to be a hard one to swallow. This is a hard pill right here because the real issue is that at the end of the day, there ain't nobody else who can help you with that machine. If you didn't turn down Music Tribe, right? I can't even remember the name of Akai's company. That's another company too, and they're in music. So you turned down In Music. You definitely not trying to work with In Music, and you definitely turned down Music Tribe. So, kind of only leaves Roland, Yamaha, and Korg. 3 companies, and let's make sure we understand. Don't go to Roland, because Roland will put it out, and they will put it out. They'll put it out with respect, but they'll drop it like a bad habit if it don't sell. Let's make sure we understand. Roland ain't playing. They put out something and they will drop it. They have dropped so many products that I know of that were great, that I thought were great, and they just dropped them. Bro, that MV 8800, They need to make a new version of that. They should have been made a new version. That MV1 is kind of okay. I get it. Um, and they kind of want to like get people to like their newer sounds, right? But here's the thing. Um, Nope. Nope. But here's the crazy part, right? Even though they put out that MV1, they still put out the SP404 Mark II, which is slamming. It is beating a lot. It is smashing a Kai. I was checking out Sample Kings, and he was saying that the SP404 Mark II is beating everything in sales. Yeah, yeah. And they took their time with that. That's one of the very few products that they took their time with. A lot of the other products, like the what was that? The VP 9000 came in and left sampler. The V Synth, they did two versions of it. They gave it a decent run, to be honest with you, but it's gone now. What else? The MV 8000. And then eventually the MV 8800. Two great machines. The 8800 is better than the 8000, but the 8000 was a great concept when it came out. Where they missed the mark is that the average consumer who likes that style of machine, they're into 96 ppq. You know what I'm talking about, Mr. Linn. And when that machine came out, it wasn't 96 ppq, and people didn't understand what they needed to do to fix that. And then when someone said, okay, hey, change the ppq down to 96, everything else locked in right into place. It's a great machine. But even though it is a great machine, time has moved on. That machine is almost 20 something years old. Time has moved on. Technology has moved on. And to be honest with you, when Sonicware put out the Lo-Fi 12 XT, I was very excited. I was thinking that, because I was in the market for something that was lo-fi, and I was thinking, okay, what could I get? And I was thinking, I was either going to get an EPS 16. Can't afford an ASR 10 anymore. The ASR 10s they didn't skyrocket it, which is ridiculous because most people don't even understand that the ASR 10 doesn't come with sounds. Mr. Linn. Mr. Linn, did you know that most people do not understand? Like, there are people that have bought that keyboard and was like, it doesn't come with sounds. What do you mean? It never came with sounds. It's a sampler. It's a straight sampler. People don't even know that thing time stretches. And if they read the manual, Mr. Linn, they would know that you have to actually degrade the quality of sample to get the time stretch to work. And then after you do that, you have to put if you read the manual, it says degrade the sample, and then after you degrade the sample, try to bring the sample back up. And the reason why is because the better quality sample, the harder the machine has to work, and it will take longer to do the time stretch. It's right in the manual. It's in the very first manual. The very first version of the manual, it's in it. And a lot of people that are ASR 10 heads didn't even know the thing time stretched. For real. Heck, most ASR 10 users don't know that there's something in that, what a program change was. A lot of ASR 10 heads don't even know that you can record program changes directly into the ASR 10, the EPS 16 plus, and the EPS. Now, you don't have the higher and the lower, but most people don't even know what I'm talking about, Mr. Linn. So here's what I'm saying to you. As a person who loves your machines but can't afford it, I apologize, but I will be buying a Behringer because I want 12-bit. Even though I have an EPS because I can't stand. Honestly, I have gotten so lazy. It's so ridiculous. I'm at this point in my life where if something takes me too long to chop it up, I'm not doing it. Nope. I I have a live, I have a force, right? Um, and I'll chop it up in that. I'll chop it up in the force in a hot second. I can chop something up in the force and be good. Am I getting the same sound quality? That's the problem. I'm not. I want you to know that, Mr. Lynn. I'm saying this to you because I'm saying, hey, here's what's missing. Here's what we want. We don't want to take a whole lifetime to chop a sample. Nope, 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 nope. And also, we definitely no longer are attempting to use the number system. Those who use old samplers know what I'm talking about. The number system, right? Trying to use, moving the dial, trying to, we don't want to do that no more. We have gotten impatient and lazy. Impatient and lazy. And this is just what it is. This is what your consumers are. The people who want your machine, who are waiting for your machine, this is what they want. They're not going to sit there and take, if it takes too long to chop up the sample, we will not mess with it. It will definitely be something that we kick to the side. And the crazy thing, Mr. Lynn, is you have the genius to put something together that will last and stand the test of time. I think, to be honest with you, Mr. Lynn, I think you should really, really, here's my free idea for you, Mr. Lynn. Put out a sampler that is a modular system. Kind of how the MPC 2000s were. Because people who bought the 2000, if they wanted the 8 outs, they went out and got the 8 outs. If they wanted the effects processor, they went out and got the effects processor. If they wanted the world clock, they went out and got the world clock. I think you should do that. Not so much take the Akai idea, but make a sampler that is modular and make it where, like, say it costs $1,000, right? But let's say you put in an additional $2,000 of parts into it. Like, for instance, RAM. Now, I personally wouldn't go and try to put like specialty RAM in it. I wouldn't do that. But would I put in like 8 outs? Yes. And I'll make it where you would have to buy the 8 outs. Buy it directly from you. You're the man. You deserve that. Right? Also, SD cards. Matter of fact, make the slot where, okay, SD cards are cool now, but let's say there's even a bigger and better medium later. You can swap it out. Modular, baby. Modular. Right? That's what we want. We want modular. We want modular. Guaranteed. And let me tell you something. The thing that makes the MPC so special that people really don't understand is the MIDI system. You made this MIDI system so different. My live is based off of what you put down. And the live, you can USB things directly to the live and have it MIDI in and out. And you can use the A and the B, and the 1 and the 2. Those who don't understand the MIDI on the back understand what I'm talking about. I know you know what I'm talking about, Mr. Lynn. But yeah, bro, that's phenomenal. Put out a machine where if I wanted to have all 4 outs. Give us input 1, MIDI input 1, MIDI input A, and then make people pay for MIDI input 2 and MIDI input 3, and then give us B, C, and D. I can't sue you. You were the originator. How are they going to sue you? They can't. They would lose that lawsuit off top. They would lose that lawsuit. You can make that. You can make that a reality. You can make that a reality. And you've been so humble. The humility of of how you like, yeah, they took my stuff, but I'm just going to kind of like go on about my business and kind of deal with what the heck I want to do. That was a great move. That was a very like chess piece move. But bro, I'm just telling you, your people who want your stuff, Mr. Linn, are tired of waiting. So this Behringer is going to get bought. I have no doubts in my mind this Behringer is going to get bought. And I think that if you pay attention, listen to what I'm saying to you. Apply some of what I'm saying to you. You will not only sell more drum machines than Akai, because we've been waiting for you. Not only will you sell more drum machines than Akai, but you'll probably end up selling that Linn instrument out. No disrespect. I hate to be a jerk, but you know what I mean? Jerk is in my nature. I apologize. But yeah, nobody's buying that Linn, the Linn instrument. Nobody's buying that. Well, not a lot of people. There's a lot of people that are, but there's a lot of people that are not. They don't even know it exists. They don't even know it exists. Not because you haven't been doing advertisement. You've been doing the best that you can. You're one man in a company. You're one man doing all the work that you're doing. You have been holding the grounds. We are waiting for you, sir. But we're also tired. We're also frustrated. And we're not necessarily frustrated with you. We're frustrated on how long it's taking. So yeah, something that's $3.99, we're going to buy that. That's why a lot of us have MPCs and SPs, SP404 Mach 2s. A lot of people that got MPCs also have those SP404 Mach 2s. A lot of people have that Roland P6 that got other gear. A lot of people have that. Why? Because we are waiting for you, sir, and our patience is growing thin. Not because you're a horrible person. Because you got to a point, you probably got depressed. And I just want to wake you up out of your depression. That's really what I really want to do here. And I don't know if you're depressed. I don't know what's going on. I'm just saying that, hey, this is what we really want. We want this. We want it. We really want it from you, but will we take it from someone else? Yes. Just like all men. All men, there's a lot of men out there that are married to women who they really didn't want up front. They took what they could get. That's why women don't understand us anymore. Because we kind of got to a point in life where we just take what we can get. There's no reason for us to complain about it at this point in life. And we've been waiting for you for 30 years, sir. I know we're not going to wait another 30. We're not. That's why we're going to buy this Behringer. And I don't want to see the Linn name pushed to the side. I don't want people to be like, yo, the LM drum by Behringer was the best sampler 12-bit sampler ever. It was so cheap and so many people had it and blah, 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 so on and so forth, blah, 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 blah. That's not what I want. I want people to be like, yo, a lot of people try to do the knockoff, but when the new Linn drum machine came out, the Linn 3, The Linn 3 9000. The Linn 3 9000. No, excuse me. The Linn 3 8,000. I don't know. I don't know. Let's say the Linn 10,000. The Linn 10,000. When that came out, changed the game. I think you should do that. Just don't take my words for something. I hope you don't take it as like I'm being a jerk. I'm pretty sure people in the comments are going to think that. People are going to instantly, do their thing. But hey, listen, like, comment, subscribe. If you didn't like what I said, use that thumb downs button. It's okay. I get it, but definitely like, comment, subscribe. Mr. Linn, please. Begging you.